So does that mean that you get to see all the secrets? I mean, you share everything with each other?
I know all the secrets anyway, Jonathan.
Wow.
So just flick through the book.
Okay. So just stop at a page at random.
And then lock a word
from
that page into your mind.
Okay. So the page number.
Yep.
And the word. Okay.
Cool. And then just hold the book like this.
This.
And just wait right there. I've got an envelope here. I'll be back.
Wow. Oh, the page is gone now. 2 to 8 is gone now. It was here a minute ago, and I didn't let go of it. You're the devil!
What? That's mental.
See how it really looks.
Sorry, David, seriously. This isn't a trick. You're just sticking a needle through your arm. How the are you... Wait, what do you mean, how are you doing it? You've stuck a needle through your arm.
It looks pretty real, right?
Sorry, I don't understand. How is that not real? What do you mean it looks pretty real? This is all glue. This is real. Sorry, this is real. That's real. That's not a trick. Oh, for sake.
If that is a trick, how is that a trick? That's real. That's not a trick.
I guess his situation was so bad, Dynamo's situation was so bad that his life sort of flashed in front of him. So he kind of said that, he said to people around him that, you know, I'm going to make something of myself, you know, see you in a few weeks or few months, I'm going to be famous worldwide or whatever, you know, just kind of bigging himself up a bit. I don't know if it's true or not, but he said that he like went into live in the woods for a week, like secluded himself and started worshipping the devil or worship something within the woods. And I don't know, he just kind of submitted himself or something like that for a week or a month, I'm not sure exactly. And then when he came back, his career obviously blew up, apparently. So Dynamo is, I mean, some of his tricks do seem like pretty unexplainable.
Yeah.
But I'm not the kind of guy that, you know, I'm a pretty skeptical guy. I like to question everything a lot.
You can see how complex and how dangerous to take an object and put it through your hand is. And especially where David's doing it, there's a whole complex of arteries there. David, as far as I know, does not have X-ray vision. So he can't know where the arteries and nerves are flowing in his hand. He is doing this, as we say, blind. No one believes this. No one. I don't know what the trick is here, but we're going to X-ray this and see if this really goes through his hand. I see it. Oh.
Nothing. Just a hole. No blood. Nothing. Just a hole.
There's not any blood on this thing either.
Nothing. Explain that one, Dr. Rubin.
You want to know what the explanation is? Yeah. David has no blood running through his veins. That's the explanation.
Is this part of the show, this sort of moody persona and the stare and the eyes and all that sort of thing? That's just you? The eye in the hand. And what is that? What is the eye in the hand? Let's see that again.
Protection.
Protection. What does that mean?
Protection from death.
Oh.
Oh, give him the American Express. What's the limit?
No, that's not
The
going to
one with
happen.
the most limit.
I can give you the one with the least limit. There you
Okay.
go.
Thank you. All right. Is that a real credit card? It's not a real credit card. All right, but thank you for trusting me.
It's a card.
All right. Here we go. Do you mind if I'll stand in between you guys? Yeah?
Sure.
Can we switch?
Okay.
Just so you guys can see better.
All right, you're wearing my favorite colors. Stop it. Stop.
Now, I can't use any magnets. If I will, the card will be demagnetized, so no magnets. It's kind of hard to do with this card because it's maxed, but I'll try.
Stop.
Can you wiggle your finger above it?
I'm not a magician. Stop. Stop.
Could you open your right hand for me?
Okay. Now you're freaking me out.
With the other hand, wiggle.
That was crazy.
Wait.
That was crazy.
It gets better. It gets better. Watch.
Can we do that with one of Bruce's cards?
Oh! Now wait. The freaky part is that you
that?
can do it too. Hold it right over here for me.
Okay.
On the count of 3, you're gonna toss it to my hand. It's gonna float back to you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. No. I'll show you how it works. So you have to spin it fast. If you spin it fast enough, like a helicopter's propeller, it actually sucks its way up. Not really, but this is my favorite part. Watch this.
What is going on here?
Watch.
How is this even... What? Oh.
Last time. Watch.
No.
Pull it.
Oh, me! I don't understand.
Pull. Pull.
Oh, David, what have you done? Are you a maniac? This is real. Sorry, this is real. That's real. That's not a trick. Oh, for sake.
概分的，这样没关系的，6种颜色，随便的想一种颜色。
那我要选，
不要说出来，不要说出来，在这些颜色里面随便想一种，不要讲出来。我们今天是第一次见面，虽然刚刚已经分享一些 magic， 但是我不可能知道你现在想什么颜色。OK， 这样给你30秒钟考虑，等一下还能改变主意。好，过30秒告诉你。对不起，你没有巧克力，但是我看你有个手表，镜头可以离近一点。Watch。
时间怎么会不见？干嘛？哪里
还抖。
不要紧张，不要紧张，这只是一个数字，可以看，大家可以看，这是个数字，完全不用平衡。Can you sign your name on the bottle somewhere on the bottle? Sign your name anywhere on the bottle.
Busting out his Chinese name now.
Yes,
You have a Chinese name.
Yes, I do.
And you know how to write Chinese.
Yeah.
Finally.
Only took me 6 years to learn how to write my name.
How do you say it?
Lei Hu.
Lei Hu.
About your time.
Lei Hu. Okay, Lei Hu. Can you give me one hand?
Sure, which one?
Maybe left hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold your bottle like this.
Okay.
Okay, and don't move. Alright, don't move. And I may need to borrow a small object. Do you have a small object like a cell phone or makeup box or little box?
Makeup box. I got cell phone too.
Cell phone?
Yeah, cell phone.
Yeah, let's see. That one is a little large. I think you can try this. Can you come closer? And you can see that's two very solid objects.
Right.
That's two solid objects. It's impossible for two solid objects to go.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No way.
Just here. Watch.
Oh my God.
No way.
No way, man.
No way.
What did you do?
Holy. No.
I'm speechless right
Oh
now.
my God. Oh, holy. God.
And there's your name right here.
That's my name.
The cap was closed and nothing on the bottom.
Hey.
360.
No way.
Nothing. Nothing.
No way.
Souvenir, gift for you.
Souvenir. Let me see. How did you get it in there? I mean, like, look, it's actually like I can look. There's nothing. I don't understand. 这样吧，两个都要，等下给你钱，谢谢。面条。先拿这个，再录吧，就在这里。Check it out. It's a real. Yeah, it's a croissant.
这样，这里还有一个，这一块面团比较大，这块面团比较大，可以仔细看。这个就是。
Is it real? Is it real? Is it real? Oh my god. Oh, thank you. How did you do that? Is it magic?
我停下，非常非常的难，就在这个位置，一碗泡面。
干嘛给我对象？
其实这个面，你现在状态，这个面是不可能吃的，不可以吃的，因为它还是干的。水，麻烦你水倒进来。
现在加。
水倒进来，冰水倒进来。
这样可以吃。
对，倒进来，可以多放一点，好，就在这里，镜头可以看。现在这个水加上面就是泡面，在这个空间，我们尝试慢慢打破面的分子结构，也就是让面之间的热运动慢慢加速。你会感觉温度慢慢的变高，越来越摸一下可以看，越来越热，越来越热。我靠！不要激动，慢慢的，就在这个位置，镜头可以看，独一无二的面，
不会吧？这样
可以吃了，
太夸张了吧？
没有筷子，
有啊，
筷子。小心烫！怎么可能？真的是泡面撒在里面。我是
太夸张了吧？
是的，好烫哦。对，是吗？
不可能，我不相信。
屁啊！整碗都热的。
烫的，
超烫的，看吗？
先别吃完就可以拿过来。
不是，它这太夸张了哎！
你看，
可以放下来，先不要吃了，就在这个位置。
整个是热的，
就在这个位置。一般表演到这里就算结束，但为了你们，就在这里。
你的身影，
仔细看，这个面的上面什么都没有，检查一下，面的上面什么都没有。检查一下这个桌面什么都没有，这桌面什么都没有，可以离我近点，这样你可以走到我这边来，大家都离近点，就在这个空间。
怎样啊？
有啊，没看到。
面在动啦。
300年来，人类最让地心引力慢慢的消失。
太扯了！
我刚觉得，我 god！
就在这里。
你去摸了，不觉得夸张吗？鬼呀！
Come back. Come on, back. There it goes. Oh, you know what? Hey! You guys want to see this too? All right, I'll do it right here since we got an audience. All right. Come. What? Again. Okay. One more time. Come closer. Okay, just stay still. Just stand right here. Okay. Watch this. Okay, and go like this with your hand. Over here to the bill. Yep, just like that. Yep. Oh, there you go. Okay, don't move. Just keep going. Yep, keep going. Higher. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh.
Okay, I resign. I want to be a magician.
Look, everybody step away from it. Look, it's still floating.
I want to be a magician.
Oh.
Fantastic.
We are going to try something with the dark side with you right now, and what I want you to do is think of somebody that you know who's passed away, who is on, let's say, the other side, and also the age that they were when they passed on, and bring back all the emotions associated with that person. In other words, also what they look like, and perhaps the type of personality that they had. Now, very often spiritualists and psychics in older times, and even in modern day times, they use various implements, tools to contact the other side. We are going to try an experiment using those now. I've got these. These are known as spirit slates, but really they're just kind of child's slates for writing with chalk and so on. And we're going to use these with you right now. So I want you to just go ahead and put your initials on that slate for me, because in a moment your eyes will be closed. And I want you to know when your eyes are closed that I can't swap those or change them in any way. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, do the other side as well there. Just go ahead and... there we go.
Okay.
And I'm going to take this piece of chalk and place it between the slates. Let's get that in there. Okay, and you'll hold on to both of these and your eyes will be closed, but not yet. Don't close your eyes. You need to hold on to those with just one hand if you can, so maybe like that. Just one hand?
Just one hand, okay.
Yeah, so either hand, whichever hand's comfortable. Perfect, you got the slates. And over here we've also got a bell. This is just a child's bell or a school bell. It's important, people out there might be thinking it's tricked in some way. It's not, it really is just a child's bell.
It's like a little bell when you're...
Yeah, so put out one of your fingers of this hand, just put out a finger. I'm going to dangle that off your finger, and as I said, in a moment your eyes will be closed. Like so, and just curl that into a fist for me so it doesn't fall. Perfect. Now in a moment we're going to ask, is there a spirit present? Okay, and hopefully something interesting will happen. Now there's only one of two things that could happen in a moment. If that bell rings, and the idea is that a bell will ring if there's a spirit present, that bell is either ringing because you're ringing it, or because a spirit's ringing it. They're the only two possible real explanations for this.
Sure.
Okay, so just look at me, concentrate and focus on this person, whoever they are. Take a deep breath in and out, and just close your eyes for a moment. Make sure you hold on to both of those. Actually close your eyes properly. There you go. Just relax all the way down now. Just just relax. And as you focus on this person, focus on who they are, what they mean to you, immediately I get a sense from you and a feeling that very often people go for their grandparents or perhaps a parent or a relative. You didn't go with any of those. This is a younger generation person, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. I'm sensing that you were very close and bonded with this person. You had a lot of fun times. I'm not too sure. I'm actually not sure at all whether it's a man or woman, but open up your eyes. Does what I just said make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Okay, focus on the bell. Now hold the bell up here. Okay, and in your mind now, I just want you to focus whether the person's a man or a woman. If there's a spirit present, and if you truly are present, I want you to ring that bell for me now, please. Now, did you ring that bell?
No.
Well, someone or something rang that bell right there.
No, I didn't ring it. Oh, God, okay.
Okay, well, focus on the age of the person. Focus on the age. What age? Oh, are you a man or a woman? Focus on whether the person's a man or a woman. If you're a man, ring the bell for me now, please. Okay, nothing there. If you're a woman, ring the bell for me now, please. So you're thinking of a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a woman. Focus on her age. And are you ringing that bell?
No.
Well, either a spirit's ringing the bell or you're ringing it.
Okay.
So they're the only
No, I'm
person.
not.
Well, let's just get rid of the bell just for a moment. Focus on this person. Look at me. I'm sensing that this person died quite suddenly, and that impact had a huge impact on your life. I'm sensing that she was also, it was a girl, and I'm sensing that she died. I don't know if she had a party, a large party, a significant birthday before she died, but is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sensing some people knew her by one name, a shortened version of her name, but you didn't know her by that version.
No.
But does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sensing she passed when she was 21.
Yeah.
And yeah, you were very close to this person. I don't know if you felt anything happening with the slates there while they were in your hands. Did you feel anything happening?
No, well, I'm kind of in shock, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, you've had those slates.
No, nothing's happened so far.
Okay, for the first time, I want you to actually, well, do you want to name the person out loud or not? That will be your choice.
Well, I can tell you her name, yeah.
Yeah.
Her name's Rebecca.
Rebecca, and she passed when she was 21, so everything that came out there was correct.
Yeah.
Well, let's just take a little sneaky look inside here. Because there's writing now where there was no writing before. I want you to read that.
Oh my God.
And you can see what it says there.
No, like that's not that. Oh my God.
And now that demon is communicating back to the demon that's in the psychic. It's a demon hotline. Not a psychic hotline. You have two demons communicating back with each other what the other person is doing. You know, it amazes me when these people that go to these seances, and that's where you have a medium where this person is supposed to be in contact with this never world. And one of the spirits from one of your family members have passed on into this world, and you try to contact them. And it amazes me because all of a sudden, only Bill would have known that. It's amazing. Nope. The spirits that were around Bill that are familiar with him intimately knew that too.
Okay.
Visual. So.
Part is to grab just half the cards.
Uh-huh.
Nothing? Watch. Will you?
Wow. The
and Shimshi has one more trick that you're going to show me.
Actually, I don't do tricks. I do magic, but...
I'm sorry.
Actually, one card folded in 4.
You are crazy.
You had your hand on it the whole time, and I want you to tell me, I know it's a 7 of diamonds, but if it has your signature on it.
Wow. Look at that.
Bà lấy xong là bươi chơi mà plương hoi hoi tem đó bà ô của cô che từ cô từ cây tem đó bà xong chơi mà đó môi pi bay ấp bà khơi vậy bà ô
I sealed it. I delivered envelope.
叫 transposition， 也就是把两样东西都结构慢慢的，有没有感觉？
没什么感觉。
就在这里，就在这里。 在这个奇果的里面，
怎么了？
例子。
怎么会这样子？对啊，好神奇哦！这是因果的里面。
但如果例子在这里，如果例子在这里，那在这个例子里面，你可以把这个例子。
但是里面会有奇异果吗？
你可以把这个例子打开。
啊？真的吗？ 我看看。
可以把这个例子打开。
太棒了，怎么会这样子？怎么回事？哇，
在这个例子里面，你可以看，
有奇果耶！真的，
在这个例子里面，
奇果才真的，怎么可能？
奇果。
对啊，怎么可能会有这样子？这你变的吗？啊？
这个送给你。
对，这个是木瓜。
可以啊，木瓜也可以。给我，你随便，你爱吃什么都可以。
我最爱吃西瓜。
西瓜，柳丁不可以吗？这是橘
干
子。
干的，没有水分。
西瓜有点大。
西瓜大。
木瓜还是？
就不能变啊。啊，那就
其实
那就一定要大。
其实也可以啦，其实也可以。
那就一定要大。
西瓜，那就西瓜。我们还是来这边。除了西瓜以外，你可不可以再选一样东西？
那就选什么？
可能就拿一根，
就香蕉好了。香蕉可以吗？
随便选一根香蕉，随便选一根香蕉。
这个好了。
这个。哪一根？随便选一根。
这根。
这根确定吗？
对，就
不换了。OK，那就这根香蕉。这是一根普通的香蕉，然后这个是个普通的西瓜。仔细看这个西瓜。我们先切开，确定它是完全普通的。哇！
哎呀，这个就
确定
西瓜嘛。
确定这西瓜完全普通。你可以两只手摁住它吗？两只手这样摁住它，扶住，不要动，保持这个动作不要动。然后这个香蕉，我们确定一下，这个香蕉，现在可以看，完全普通的香蕉就在这里面。
对，就是正常的香蕉。
然后这个香蕉放在这个位置，放在这个位置，不动。仔细看这个西瓜，就在这里。
吓我一跳。
有没有感觉？就在这里，慢慢打开手，慢慢拿起来手，就在这里。
哇，怎么可能啊？怎么可能有香蕉？
然后，如果是西瓜里面，如果西瓜里面是，如果西瓜里面是香蕉，那在这个香蕉里面，就在这里。
怎么可能？
这是一根西瓜。
真的，这能吃吗？这样子啊？对啊。这是西瓜吗？
像西瓜，你可以吃吃看。
是西瓜吗？哇，真的好神奇哦！我觉得我不太相信耶，对。啊，我可以拍照吗？
可以啊。
有一种高感应力那种味道，这样子。更加不一样。对，好像化妆的那种，好像很像。那我要把我亲眼的看到的东西要转述别人怎么样，别人都一定说我鬼扯，不可能。小红梅。
的水？Water， 好喝吗？
水吗？
真正的水。我们做一个实验好了，这样你们可以到一边来吗？2000年前，耶稣把水变成了红酒，就是真正的透明的液体，让它完全变成了红酒。这是几百年来魔幻家一直在研究的一个问题，怎么做到的？今天为了你们，可以过来一点，就在这个空间里，就在这个空间里。
它变色了，是酒吗？它变色了，怎么可能？怎么会这样？怎么会这样
？Tasty， 尝尝看。
是水吗？酒，是酒。天哪！是酒。
这个就是 Rosé Côte de Provence 葡萄酒。
葡萄酒。
你有满18岁吗？
我有啊，我有。怎么弄的？是水吧？
可以喝喝看，可以。
喝水啊，这个呢？是水啊，它怎么会变那个？变成变酒哎！他是拿这个水，然后他说一开始是倒在那个杯子，是原本真正的水，就我有洗过，对。然后后来他就经过他的手指，然后这样就是发生很奇怪的，我就变底下的时候就变成酒，对，突然就变成酒，而且是前面倒的部分都是水，对，就变酒了。他就很奇怪，我不知道为什么它会变酒，不知道是什么原理，我看不懂。对啊，你没有喝？就后来有，我们都有喝，就是酒，对，就倒给他，他就变完之后然后倒了喝，还是一样的，就是原本这个是水，但是那个就是酒。对啊，就是他怎么我们自己倒的就出来都是水，就是没有变成酒。我在想会不会是连味觉被催眠吗？不是吧？这也太那个，就感觉是有什么神秘的器官。它是变色吗？它是个酒，它就是它连味道喝起来都是酒。对，就是太厉害，就是可能可以喝，然后就觉得耶稣。
你还爱喝什么口味？除了西瓜以外？
柳橙。
柳橙汁。好，看了这杯西瓜，看了这杯西瓜，然后想象就柳橙的颜色就在这里慢慢的出现，在这里。 先朝上，你的眼镜可以放在你的手上吗？
眼镜。
确定眼睛上面没有东西，中间没有任何东西，就在这里，看好了。
我放在这样的把眼镜真拿起来，我不厉害，我们很好。That was cool.
Yeah.
这样好了，想象这个绿色，想象这个绿色，然后想象这杯饮料它的颜色慢慢在改变，就在这里，仔细看。
She's scared.
Let me try this. Can I take this hat? You have something I can use as well? Just anything. Like not a hat. Because what's that mean? Satine? Give me something to take though. Something to grab with. Something just so I could take like this. Look, watch. Look. If you reach in, right? Make it pretend you're reaching into the hat. No, but look, I make it seem like a snake.
Shit, yo. Oh, shit.
Y'all crazy, yo. Y'all crazy. Yo, where the hell we at, y'all? Shit.
Oh. Yo.
Oh, look.
Santana stated, quote, "I know it sounds new age, but in my meditation, this entity, which is called Metatron, he said, we want to hook you back to the radio airwave frequency. We want to reach junior high schools, and universities." Carlos Santana said that these spirits, which as we shall see in a little bit, were actually devils, had supernaturally brought different musicians to him and worked in the musical arena to bring them all together for this Landside album appropriately called Supernatural. Santana said, "I heard this entity wanted me to know I would be hooked up with the right writers, musicians, and producers for the purpose of reaching high school and college kids, so my inner instructions were clear." He said that Eric Clapton wanted to know if he could play on the album. He said all the people who played on the record said that they had heard my music before I called them, or that I appeared to them in dreams or something. Santana said they knew what was coming before they got the call. Santana admits that he is channeling music from the same spirit entities that used Jimi Hendrix, who himself claimed to be demon-possessed. He said, quote, "There is an invisible radio that Jimi Hendrix and Coltrane tuned into, and when you go there, you start channeling other music." Santana told Rolling Stone magazine, quote, "You meditate and you got the candles, you got the incense, and you've been chanting, and all of a sudden you hear this voice, write this down." Santana described receiving information from the spirit world like a human fax machine.
He sat me down and he told me that he had done his meditations and that
he had spoken with his wife and that he had spoken with the angels, and they had come to him and they had told him that this is what he needs to do.
Santana's angels are really devils who are using Santana to communicate Satan's age-old lie that we are gods.
Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I want to get tapped into what he's doing. That's...
And what you're going to see with regard to Jimi Hendrix is that not only did he admit to being demon-possessed, but he admitted that his music had just come out of him and that it affected other people because these demons were using his music. And Jimi Hendrix, even decades after he died, Rolling Stone put him on the front cover of one of their magazines and touted him as the greatest guitarist of all time. He's still regarded that way. And in VH1's countdown of best artists, he made the top 5. But what you're about to see is that Jimi Hendrix was really not Jimi Hendrix. The power of Jimi Hendrix was a demon spirit, or more than one demon spirit, using him and channeling music through him, even as we saw earlier with Carlos Santana, who spoke of channeling the same music that Jimi Hendrix does. Let's check out this clip and see what happened in the 60s through music.
Weird stuff, you know, and he used to talk about us going down there and having some root lady or somebody see if she could drive this demon out of him.
Make a whole lot of money. Gonna be big, yeah.
Blues master B.B. King said, quote, "As a musician, Robert Johnson had it all."
I think he's the greatest folk blues guitar player that ever lived, and the greatest singer, the greatest writer.
You know, you think you were getting a handle on playing the blues, and then to hear Johnson, you say, whoa, there's a long way to go yet.
It's still the most powerful cry that I think you can find in music of the human voice.
Blues master and Johnson's mentor, Son House, said of him before Johnson's transformation, "He sat at our feet and played during the break, and such another racket you've never heard." Son House said he made the audiences mad with his racket. Son House went on to say of Johnson before he made his alleged pact with Satan that he was a talentless and even an irritating guitar player.
But he followed me and Willie around on Saturday night, Willie Brown. And every time we stopped for rest and sit at a little guitar over in the corner or something and go out to catch air, you know, get the guitar and be trying to play it and be just noising the people, you know. And the folks would come out and say, "Why don't y'all, some of y'all go in there and make that boy put get that thing down, he running us crazy." Finally he left, he run off from his father and mother. And he went over in Arkansas or someplace. Well, he was gone about 6 to 8 months.
It was during this period of 6 to 8 months that it is said that he made his pact with Satan on the crossroads of Highway 49 and 61 in Clarksdale, Mississippi. It was at these crossroads where the legendary experiences of Johnson trading in his eternal soul for temporary fame was said to have taken place in Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Well, they say he sold himself to the devil, and that's what they say.
I heard a lot of people say that he sold himself to the devil, went to the crossroads and all that. But
after Johnson's alleged pact with Satan, everything changed as Johnson went from being the worst blues guitarist in a matter of months to the best. Some musicians who knew Johnson claimed that Johnson himself admitted that he sold his soul to Satan.
He said he done that, went to the crossroads.
I was up this morning.
Son House said that when Johnson returned after 6 to 8 months, everything changed as Johnson was transformed almost before their very eyes.
Then he come back. When he come back, me and Willie Brown was playing out to, and he walked in. He said, can I hear the record tune? I said, nah, don't come back with that, Robert. I said, you know that people don't want to hear that racket. He said, let them say what they want to say. I want you to see what I learned.
Son House said when he finished, all of our mouths were standing open. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. Son House declared emphatically, quote, he sold his soul to the devil to play like that. Forward.
Your stairway lies on the whispering wind.
Forward it says, and your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Backwards it says, 'cause I live with Satan. Listen carefully. The demons lift up because this isn't Led Zeppelin, this is spiritism and spirits working through Robert Plant. Backwards they lift up the backwards path. Backwards it says, here's to my sweet Satan. Did you hear that? Listen carefully. It says, I want to live it backwards like the Zepp, whose power is Satan. Did you hear that? Then it says, he will give you 666. Raise your hands if you heard that. Okay, it's quite obvious and it's quite clear.
I struggle with some of the lyrics from particular periods of time, and I don't know, the musicality and the construction of it is it's peerless. But maybe I didn't quite feel the same about the lyrics a little bit later on in life as I got a bit further down the road. Maybe I'm still trying to work out what I was talking about.
Maybe you were channeling, Robert.
Channeling is a good one, yeah. Owen Glendower is, that's where it came from, yeah.
We have already seen that Page admitted, I've employed Crowley's system into my own day-to-day life, and that is the way big names are made these days. Crowley's system was to establish contact with demons, spirits. The biography Hammer of the Gods states that Jimmy spent his days in his suite with his shades drawn and candles lit. He spent his days and nights wide awake, holding his guitar, waiting for something to come through. Robert Plant admitted that his reception of the song was automatic. In the occult, automatic writing takes place as a demon channels a message through the human medium. He must have written 3/4 of the lyrics on the spot, said Page. He didn't have to go away and think about them. Robert Plant admitted, Page had written the chords and played them for me. I was holding the paper and pencil, and for some reason I was in a very bad mood. Then all of a sudden, I was writing out words. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold and she's buying a stairway to heaven. I just sat there and looked at the words, and then I almost leapt out of my seat. Stairway to Heaven is actually laced with backwards satanic messages. We are talking about words that say one thing forward, and then when those same words are played backwards, there is yet another intelligible message. This satanic phenomena goes far beyond the scope of human ingenuity and is demonically inspired. Bob Garcia of A&M Records stated, quote, it must be the devil, because nobody here knows how to do it. Here we see Robert Plant, while singing Stairway to Heaven, telling his fans that sometimes words have two meanings, as he signs with his hands that they are both forward and backwards.
There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause sometimes words have two meanings.
The rock group Led Zeppelin came crashing down after the sudden and unexpected death of their drummer, John Bonham. Zeppelin, who sang about having hellhounds on their trail, met with many bizarre tragedies before their ultimate demise. In 1975, both Robert Plant and his former wife, Mirin, were severely injured in an almost fatal car accident in the island of Rhodes. Rock journalist Gary Herman, in his book Rock and Roll Babylon, noted the strange course of events that had come to be known as the Zeppelin Curse, picking it up in 1976. He stated, quote, it is certainly true that Led Zeppelin as a group have had a peculiarly tragic record of untimely death and severe accidents associated with themselves and their entourage. In 1976, Zepp associate Keith Harwood died in mysterious circumstances. Keith Ralph, formerly of the Yardbirds, which formed the nucleus of Zepp, committed suicide, and the wife of Zepp's road manager, Richard Cole, also died. In 1977, Robert Plant's 5-year-old son, Carrick, died of a virus infection while the group was touring in America. He states that Philip Hill, a photographer, friend of Jimmy Page's, died at one of Page's homes after ingesting too much morphine, cocaine, and alcohol, and in 1980, at another of Page's houses, John Bonham met with his untimely end. Bonham, Led Zeppelin's drummer, like Jimi Hendrix and Bon Scott of AC/DC before him, choked to death on his own vomit. According to coroner's reports, he had consumed the equivalency of 40 measures of vodka. Many of the tragedies that had befallen Led Zeppelin were in fact self-inflicted. After doctors referred to the infection that took Robert Plant's son Carrick as being strange and very rare, Robert Plant later said, quote, "Why do these terrible things keep happening? What the blank is going on?" One disc jockey from Detroit believed that all these tragedies were a no-brainer and provided Plant with what he believed to be the obvious answer. He stated, quote, "If Jimmy Page would just lay off all that mystical, occult stuff and stop unleashing all those evil forces." Jimmy Page sought to evade what was becoming known more and more as the Led Zeppelin curse by saying, quote, "A lot of negative things have occurred recently, but tragedies happen." The London Evening News ran a headline declaring Zeppelin's black magic mystery. The article reported, quote, "An unnamed source close to the group commented, quote, 'It sounds crazy, but Robert Plant and everyone around the band is convinced that Jimmy's dabbling in black magic is responsible in some way to Bonzo's death and for all those other tragedies. I think the 3 remaining members of Zeppelin are now a little afraid of what's going to happen next.'"
And as we talk, the band leader says, "How long have you fellas been involved with sorcery?" And he shocked us a little bit. And I said, "Exactly what do you mean?" "Well," he said, "you know, what you people are doing, talking to the supposed spirits of the dead." He says, this is silly."
And this man had been at the seance with you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he's telling you that it's silly what you've just done.
Because see, my wife, he says, goes to these seances because she gets comfort and she gets something good out of it, good feeling out of it. And she lives for what the spirits are going to see that the future is going to be like. To me, he says, "I can't bother with this stuff." He says, "I want power, I go right to the source of power." And he says, "How do you think that I became famous the way that I am?" Well, I said, "You must have had some good luck." Well, he says, "There's no such thing as good luck." He says, "There's either some power working for you somewhere, or you don't get ahead in this world. Not in my type of occupation." So it went from there. We got talking about spirit worship.
Did it intrigue you? Or did it make you want to find out more about what exactly he was talking about?
Yeah. So he said the supposed spirits of the dead that you're talking with are demon spirits. They're fallen angels. They're beautiful beings.
Just set it out, just like that.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't make you uneasy when he said they were...
Well, you know, it shocked you a little bit, you know. Something that you first hear mentioned to you. He said, "You guys have got a great future ahead of you. Because we've been told, the high priest of our society, secret society, has been told that the master has very special plans for you too."
Now, what did he mean by the master?
Satan. And we were interested to hear more about it. And he told us, he says, "Look, we worship spirits. We worship Lucifer, Lucifer and all his angels. They're just as beautiful as they did before they were cast out of heaven." He says there was a misunderstanding in the whole thing. He says among the inhabitants of the galaxies. And he says our master was misunderstood.
Your friend, George, took you and Roland to this mansion where people worshipped the demons.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like there? What kind of people were there?
Well, it was a big surprise for me as I kind of made up in my mind an idea that they were going to be rough-looking characters. But as we entered the place, I was amazed to see that they were all very well dressed, well mannered, and that a lot of the people, as we were being introduced to people, were professionals, doctors, attorneys, a lot of business people. And see what they had a praise session to the gods, which is the spirit counselors, which are in charge of legions of spirits, of demon spirits. And they talk about what the Lord of their lives has done for them. The medical doctor that was telling us how he was making operations that had never been made before because people had to be awake, yet have no feeling. He was able to, carry on the surgeries that had not been done before. But the spirits would give that capacity to be able to operate without people feeling any pain and things. And also without no problem with the blood, because as he would cut his incision, because incisions, everything open with no blood running. So he could do the work that has not been done before. This thought kept creeping to my mind. Just how far you go with these spirits before we start paying the price. See?
So it made you just a little bit nervous.
Oh, yes.
But yet you kept going back.
Oh, there was no way out. Because that's what we're told.
You knew at that time.
Yeah.
So you were moving forward more on fear.
More on fear, yes. Because the high priest said that the master had special plans for us in our lives. And that no one ever went into this society unless they were invited by the spirits. See, so that was made very clear. And he also expressed to us the danger, explained to us the danger of going against the will of the spirits.
You were chosen by high-powered demon spirits to be a part of their human, special, privileged group.
You see, these people in Montreal, the society, like the priest mentioned, there's thousands of spirit worshippers in only different societies of spirit worshippers in this world. But he says we are the elite. We know the real truth about the master and his angels.
Hi guys, happy Halloween. We're going to try this again. Didn't work out too well last time. I'm a bit like this though. If you didn't see what happened last time, I'll annotatify it up there somewhere. 1, 2. I didn't swear. I don't know. I'm tempted to run out the garden. I really can't do anything with that anyway. The noise is going on. Alright,
I just
You don't do anything, you just listen right now.
Hey.
Okay? In the name of our Father in heaven and His Son, the Lord Jesus Christ, we just pray right now for the peace and comfort of God to come upon Rebecca. I pray that her mind may be opened, and we make every evil spirit subject to the Lord Jesus Christ. And all the work of the Satanists in her life, we command that it come to an end in the name of the Lord Jesus. And we pray right now for the love of Christ to come to where she is right now and to overshadow her life. And I place the blood of Christ on Sally right now. On Rebecca. I place the blood of Christ on Rebecca right now. I place the blood of Christ on Rebecca. You are bound by the authority in Jesus. You are bound. In Jesus' name you are bound. I rebuke you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. You are bound. And Rebecca is being loosed. Rebecca is being loosed by the power of Jesus Christ. Don't worry, Rebecca. God is in control. Don't you worry. Who are you? Who are you? The keeper? You are subject to Jesus Christ. You are subject to Jesus Christ. Keeper and guardian, I bind you in Jesus' name. Keeper and guardian, I bind you in the name of Jesus. God did not have her call me by an accident, and God would not have thousands of people praying right now.
Well, it wasn't too long that the priest mentioned to us that the time had arrived for us to start trusting the spirits and give the spirits a chance to work for us.
I've heard of mediums in the past, and I've seen some on TV, but I never believed that it was real.
And the cancer, was it up in this part of her body?
Yes.
Because here is where she showed me the cancer's all here.
My sister passed away of breast cancer, and she had mentioned early on that that she's seen something or felt something within the chest.
Right now, she's just counting on you to send her love, tell everybody you've heard from her, and the suffering is over.
All right.
Oh, one other thing, whose name starts with an L? She's telling me she's with her, Louise.
The chances of her knowing or even coming close to this person, Louise, which is my cousin, my sister and my cousin were extremely close. That was an experience that I'll never forget, for sure.
One other name she mentions is May, M-A-E, is there.
Conchetta mentioned the name May, and she actually spelled it out, M-A-E. And at the time, I had no idea of who she could possibly be talking about. When I went home, I talked to my wife about my experience, and she indicated her stepmother had recently passed away within the last 12 months, and her middle name was in fact May, M-A-E, and her first name was Annie. And I wanted not to believe. I wanted badly not to believe, but as a result, I just could not deny that she was right on.
She showed me a teapot. So she shows me the teapot and she said, just show it to you, that's something you would understand.
She mentioned, what does a teapot mean to you? Your mother saying a teapot. Well,
we always had tea with my mother and my father, and everybody would come over, and teapots are extremely important in our family. And when at my mother's funeral, we had a little teapot sitting on a table right by her casket.
Necromancy does not consist of conjuring the spirits of the dead. The reason being that man is totally mortal and does not possess an immortal soul. So who are they talking to? He says the friendly demon spirits that have always found over the centuries great delight in impersonating in apparitions departed loved ones and persons of great renown.
You came up with names a lot of times.
Yeah, well, that's them. They came up with names. I get the credit for it, but they're really the ones who are so amazing.
Oh, you're amazing.
That makes me very happy. But if you walk away with anything today, I don't want you to walk away with saying, I'm amazing. I want you to walk away saying, my family's not dead.
Her mother is with other people, lots of them, tells me that she's so proud of you. She said something about a car. Did you just get a car? You did. She said, good luck with the car, baby. She saw you there. She's telling me she's in the car. She says something about it having something in it. I'm not quite sure. Do you have something of your mother's in the car that you keep there? Oh, good. That's why she's saying it then, because she says, I see the car, see what you keep in there. And she also says to tell you that you, when you were born, I don't know if you were the first girl or the
twin.
Oh, then you came out first? That's why. So you have a twin sister?
Yes.
And you were the first one to come out?
Yes.
That's why she's saying it. Anyway, she's telling me she can breathe again. She couldn't breathe at the end. And the fact is that really tortured you, that you could see her struggling like that. And she's saying, tell my daughter that it's paradise. The paradise of God is beautiful. And she's with parents of hers that she loves very, very much. And that you would be happy to know that they're all together. They're all together. And you've kept a box of pretty pieces of jewelry that belong to her that she's really glad that you've kept. And she keeps telling me, you're going to be all right, darling. You're a good girl, and you're going to be all right. And that she loves you all. I don't know how to put this in any other words except to say, I love you so much, my father. I love you so much, my beloved parents. But this was a daddy's girl. There's no question. She was a daddy's girl. And you took care of her every need, every time. Thank you, she's saying. Thank you. I remember. I remember. You're always asking, do you know how much I love you? Do you know how much I love you? Daddy loves you. She says, Daddy, I know. I know. And she keeps telling me to answer that question for you, because when you're alone, you ask her all the time. She tells me that you just recently moved some photographs around. She saw you moving some photographs. She saw you standing there, and you were standing there lingering, looking at the pictures. It was of great joy to her because she was speaking to you in your subconscious. The two of you are wonderful parents. Please remember that always. There was nothing more you could have done. They want you to know that. She also says that there's something about it looks like a cruise. Are you both going on a cruise, or are you doing something by the boats, or?
Yeah, we have a family cruise every 5 years.
Okay.
And we didn't want to go this year because of the car, and she wants us to go.
Oh my God. No, she wants you to go. Please.
Did you ever witness an event where necromancy, or even something that would be popularly called channeling today, took place, where you actually heard the voice of someone in response to someone's questions?
A number of times, but there was one time in particular that fascinated me because it was unique.
And so he asked the questions of one of these human beings that was channeling.
Oh yeah, the voice changed and everything. The voice changed of the person completely.
Okay. And it identified itself as a spirit guide.
Oh yeah, spirit counselor, yeah.
They have told me that they are extraterrestrial intelligences from another star system, I guess is the closest thing you could say, and yet they're also multidimensional beings. Even though they do have physical forms, they're not quite the same as ours are. And there are others, too, that I've seen that are extraterrestrial, that look different from them, but they seem to work together.
Another channeler, Pat Rodegast, channels a spirit called Emmanuel. In her book simply called Emmanuel's Book, Rodegast describes her first encounter. The first time I saw Emmanuel, he appeared, as he still does, as a being of golden light.
And they always praise the great master, Satan, as a super intelligent being that he is. Beautiful, to behold. And if he ever appears to you, you won't be able to look upon him because it'll be too bright. It'll just ruin your vision. The high priest said he was in Chicago, and the spirit appeared to him, and he said the angel was so bright that he could not look upon him. And he says after he picked up the phone to dial, he couldn't dial the phone because of the fact that his vision was so terribly blurred by the light, the beautiful light of the bright being.
And there was nothing normal when patches of light floated over the scientists' heads and slowly changed into spectral forms.
The diffuse patches of light would take the form just of a human face, moving round the room with the direct voice very, very faintly coming from the diffuse patch of light, and the lips moving again very faintly.
And even more remarkable forms were to appear.
They looked like angelic forms.
Is that what's under my hands?
Oh my goodness, look at that!
And I was very fortunate that one came and landed on my hand.
These were great experiences, you see. Again, I must stress, it changes your paradigm. You go in thinking none of this can be true, but after experience after experience after experience, it gradually dawns on you, hey, there's something going on here that we can't explain by normal scientific laws, but which nevertheless exists.
While it was recording, nothing unusual was seen. But when the tape was played back, these remarkable pictures appeared.
We had images on the video, sometimes of what looked like a tunnel of light. Other times spirit faces were coming towards us. Sometimes what appeared to be a doorway moving.
Skeptics claim these images were created by video feedback, occurring when a camera records its own output. But scientists have ruled this out. Video feedback doesn't produce this kind of result. As to what these extraordinary pictures represent, we can only guess, since their meaning was never explained to the Skoll group. This video, also totally unexplained, appears to be a ghostly face with moving eyes. Later, a few video experiments were attempted in full light. Again, nothing unusual was seen during the recording. However, on playback, this unworldly figure appeared.
And you really felt something for real. It wasn't just a...
You didn't touch me?
They were... No.
Somebody touched my shoulder. David?
He touched my shoulder while your eyes were closed.
Out of your purse?
Preferably rabbit, bunny, Shetland pony.
Oh, there is literally nothing in it. Well, actually.
That wasn't in my purse, oh my God!
Tight. Say, no, tight. Say a number from 1. Well, think of a number from 1 to 20.
Yeah, got it.
17? Here, I got a present for you.
Was it 17? Right, it was 17.
Yeah. But I have a present for Mr. President. It's a...
Oh, God. I took my watch off.
I think we're being set up for something very serious and very big by some very powerful secret societies that very well could have extraterrestrial or otherworld intelligence guiding it. I am very fearful for the world we live in. I want to know who's behind this new world order, who put the Egyptian pyramid on the dollar bill.
Is any part of our government actually working with aliens, if you want to use a shorthand term? It's not a good term, but let's say aliens. I'm leaning in the direction of saying yes, probably.
In my childhood, I had a supernatural spirit attached to me. His name is Desmond. And to this day, I don't know exactly what it is. Some people have called it an angel. Some people have called it a spirit. He's a big reason that I'm doing the show tonight. I'm going to introduce America to Desmond.
Be safe out there.
I will. Heidi, his name is Desmond. I know it sounds strange. He's with me here tonight, and I would like to introduce all of you to my spirit energy, Desmond. All right. Desmond is going to feed off of our energy. 3, Desmond, give us a sign you're here.
Childhood, I had a supernatural spirit attached to me. His name is Desmond. And to this day, I don't know exactly what it is. Some people have called it an angel, some people have called it a spirit.
Bridget, you let them know when you feel it. Let them know. Could you feel that? Yes? Give Bridget a round of applause. Right, the first number here, pass it to her, pass it to him, wait for me here. Draw me a picture. Draw me a mode of transportation. Shake the spray paint up and draw me, write down a color. Go, do that now. Check this out. Inside, the entire time, this bike is red. It's also a motorcycle, and it has a skull on the seat, Tia. We got 3 random digits, yes, from our audience members. Read the total of them added together.
11,689.
11,689. 11,689. An exact match.
I'm not good with this. That's crazy.
See that?
How the are you... Wait, what do you mean, how are you doing it? You've stuck a needle through your arm.
It looks pretty real, right?
Sorry, I don't understand. How is that not real? What do you mean it looks pretty real?
Desmond will contact us in one of three ways. You'll feel a temperature change, you may feel the picture get heavy, and best case scenario, you will actually see an orb, a ball of light near Heidi's shoulder.
Oh my God.
Desmond, give us a sign you're here.
I need to clarify something important that many of the so-called skeptics fail to understand. Countless skeptics to the demon magician hypothesis made some ignorant assumptions based on the title of the series alone, so here I will set them straight. 1. The series is not saying that the magicians are demons, but that demons are operating from outside of the magician, manipulating objects in various ways. Rarely do the demons actually have to take control of the magician. 2. Not all magicians get help from demons, and many of them don't even know that demons can assist them in their profession. Only a select few. From my research, less than 50 demon magicians are active at any one time. 3. Not every single trick or performance they do is assisted by demons. They do this on purpose. They don't want 100% of their tricks to have no explanation. They need the atheists and so-called hardcore skeptics to have something to hold on to, because they will see them do one natural trick, and they will instantly assume that all the others are or could be natural too. I used to think that exact way too, when I was an atheist 8 years ago. But now, knowing that some of their performances are assisted by demons, I know that all could be. It's easy to spot a demon magician. Usually they are extremely famous, and love to use Illuminati or satanic symbolism. Something that you will have noticed watching the previous episodes.
The eye in the hand. And what is that? What is the eye in the hand? Let's see that again.
Protection.
Protection. What does that mean?
Protection from death.
Oh.
Ask yourself why that is the case if all of these magicians have nothing in common. Hans Klock and Mike Super are two very famous magicians, and both had the word demon hidden in their acts. They often hide the truth in plain sight. Demons just can't help to brand their human tools. In Mike Super's case, he might not even be aware that the spirit he is in contact with is a demon. As you heard him say, he believes it to be some sort of spirit energy or angel. I can tell you one thing, angels who are loyal to God will not perform magic tricks for entertainment while pretending to be something else. That's exactly what a demon would do. The Bible even says that Satan is the ruler of this planet and that demons will deceive even the very elect with their signs and wonders. In other words, deceive and confuse mankind with their supernatural powers. I know that this is extremely hard to believe for many people, so I will try to clarify it even more. Many struggle with the idea years ago, and passed on the secret to select members of their offspring. Obviously, demons helping certain humans is not limited to entertainment or magic, but to all human professions. If the Bible is correct, angels and demons predate the creation of this physical universe, so obviously their knowledge about all the elements and how to manipulate them are unmatched. Many scientists would love to get a piece of that knowledge. I found a video recently from a self-proclaimed black magician. He explains how he became a magician and how to make contracts with demons, and how demons can help you in your life and profession.
The demonic circle, a symbol of great power, used through most of my career as a black magician. And I have the symbols of the various pacts that I've made with demons throughout my workings as I have walked my own path of embracing the darkness.
He teaches what type of rituals to do to call upon certain demons and what particular demon to summon for specific needs. You might have even seen one of his advertisements when watching videos on YouTube. He claims that demons are just here to help humans become living gods. I am not going to tell you the name of his channel, but I am going to show you a clip from one of his videos where he talks about his pact with the demon. Since this guy is a demon puppet himself, 99% of what you will hear him say on his channel is lies. Demons probably even tell him what to say in his videos. The only truthful part of all the things he says on his entire channel is that humans can indeed call upon demons and make contracts with them.
Now, Lucifuge Rofacal is one of those shadowy figures in occult lore who intrigues and confuses at the same time. Lucifuge appears in the Grand Grimoire as not just a demon to make a pact with, but as the demon to call when you're going to make a pact. I've heard the name Lucifuge several times. Not once has he ever been spoken of lightly or happily, but always in whispers and followed by warnings. Do not work with this demon. He's too powerful, too evil, too hot for any magician to handle. Of course, such words of warning have always served to stimulate my interest even more. And so I began to work with this demon.
That does not mean that anyone who tries to summon a demon or ask for a demon to contact him will receive it. There are countless persons out there who would love to take the easy route and ask for demonic assistance for their earthly needs. Demons, however, only contact people with certain attributes that they see valuable. If they cannot find a use for you, they will ignore you. They already employ hundreds of puppets throughout the world, so they can afford to be picky.
Soon after his experience with the Ouija board, the presence Jeff felt in his home spoke to him.
I woke up one night, and literally there was like a voice behind my ear saying, "Jeff, come, come here, I got something to show you."
This strange force took Jeff on out-of-body experiences. During these times, he saw things days before he experienced them in real life. Then Jeff met a man who happened to be a practicing Satanist.
He prayed over me and laid hands on me, and when he laid hands on me, I was filled with a demon.
Jeff believed Satanism was the path to honing his paranormal abilities.
And when a demon is around you or is inside of you, the sensation or the sense of their presence, you lie to yourself. You think that that's your power level.
No matter what they tried, Jeff and the demonic forces inside him just couldn't kill that little seed of love and compassion. So, the demons that had given him power for so many years turned on Jeff and tried to kill him instead.
不要紧张，不要紧张。这盘子底下什么都没有，上面什么都没有，就在这个位置，就在这里。
靠！他们超我了！太夸张了吧！什么？太扯了！进水啊！怎么可能？
可以看。
太夸张了！什么啊？太动了！
这是个数字。
这是一个。可能啊。
3。请问小姐脑子里想的数字是不是？不可能吧？
不会吧？真假的啦？
慢慢。
不可能的，太夸张。这5张点呢？不要动，不要动。
怎么猜得到啊？
送，快点送。不可能啊！
I'll end this episode with footage from a famous show that is called Fool Us, by Penn and Teller. Penn and Teller are demon magicians themselves. They are good friends of Chris Angel, and they made a show where they pretend to judge other magicians. 99% of what the contestants do are performances that Penn and Teller never performed, but they still claim to know how they are done. What you are about to see is a demon spirit moving objects for Teller.